Okay, between episodes, I've been researching acute radiation poisoning and how to get rid of the cards from our Roll20. I've succeeded in one of those tasks. Guess which one?
I'm gonna say that you've found a key. You've invented Radaway from Fallout. So
If you leave it like a billion years, eventually the radiation will go away by itself. I think that's how half-lives work. The cards are eternal. You will not get my 22 cards away from me no matter what, Austin.
I was gonna say, based on the fact that Laura still has 22 cards, I'm gonna assume it's not the second one.
Austin, if you let us have shitty audio but have the fan on, I'll get rid of my 22 cards.
I don't negotiate with terrorists. It seems like what I had to do was get the cards personally. You had to give them to me through this application, then I could pull them out onto the battle map and delete them. But Laura will not surrender her cards. Quinn and Dan did, but Laura is trying to use them as a negotiating tactic. I'm being held hostage.
I don't know that you ever asked me to give up my cards. They just volunteered. I have control of the market right now. The power is in my hands. And if I want to have my big fan on, then I need my cards as leverage.
Unfortunately, this makes you a sort of card oligarch. We will be eating you.
It seems like the demand is super high, Laura says, and I control all the supplies.
Look,
so...
if I must be eaten for my crimes of hoarding wealth, at least I won't be warm anymore. Which would also be the case if I could have my fan on, so, you know, we get the same place either way.
The free market has spoken. I'm Austin Yorsky, patreon.com/Austin Yorsky, where you can hear a bonus show for just $1. You can get on the Crew Gunk interview show for, I think that's $10. No one knows anymore because I have Sports Madness, and I only talk about hockey now. That's my brand. I've pivoted. Oh, it looks like everyone is unsubscribed. Sorry about that, Dan, for your next Halloween spooky season. I know you were really excited. Everyone hates me now.
Well, you know, we can do the hockey season where there's like I guess like a Yeti in the net or something. And you have to collect all the pucks to unlock the stick of gods, which is like a scythe or something. I don't know. Fuck you.
Hockey, I can at least name a team for, so like that's a step above most sports.
Actually, hold on. I have a story about hockey. When I was a young lad, I was in hockey camp. And apparently the only thing I'm good at in sports is being in the way on the defense as a hockey player. I'm just preternaturally good at getting in the offensive line's way. One day, they brought the New Jersey Devils mascot to our hockey camp at the YMCA and said, all right, everybody, you're all going to take a shot against him one at a time. And the weird thing was, he blocked it against the 5-year-olds. He just straight up went, no, you 5-year-olds are not going to score against me. I was allowed to score, so that was great, but fuck those kids, I guess.
I mean, being inside a mascot suit, you're empowered to be a jerk. There's no consequences. No one knows it's you in there.
Yeah, you could kill the president as one.
Especially if you are the New Jersey Devil.
All right, anyway, I'm Dan. I'm playing Rex. I've got a gavel, dispel magic, a key to the city, a Surgeon General's cloak, epaulets of the commander, and the golden gloves of contact Mike. Anyway, next up, Laura, go.
Hey, I'm playing Doc Hop. I'm Laura. I've got a trash can of holding, the Goblin History book. I've got the Magic Rabbit Foot, the trading card deck that doesn't work well, the spy kit, the tinfoil hat. I still don't have a left arm, but I do have a dire muskrat, an ornate magical saddle, Ulysses, and a black-footed ferret, and 22 cards.
I'm getting embarrassed by my own show.
Hey, I'm Quinn. I'm playing DiCaprio Devereaux, Diamond Dragon Wizard. I have the zipper costume rack, the Gucci sunglasses, the Dyson Spherine, Illusion. Did I give that to someone?
Illusion? No.
Yeah. Okay. No, I still have that. I've been trying to figure out. Some things have been moved from my inventory because I've been giving them to people or having to give them up as debts or something like that. So I'm trying to make sure I have everything correct. Neverendol's disc, the landscape, the perfect pearl, the time dragon claw, and I'm not removing it from my inventory, Austin, but I need my bag back. My dead mom bag is very vital. I get that returned to me.
Actually, a correction there. I have the Time Dragon's Claw currently.
That's true.
I think with the last like 3 episodes, we've had an inventory oopsie, so it's a good thing we're keeping everything straight. We are going to start this episode by quickly getting everyone back together to discuss in character what the plan is, because the last episode was actually extremely successful. So you were all split up. DiCaprio Devereaux, you avoided having Navineral's disc stripped from you by the Cymbalines, which is what they were trying to do. They smelled it on you, and they were going to team up and take it, but you got away. Rex Maximus, you were being attacked by Chorus. The mushrooms were not even attacked. They were going to try to induct you into their...
It felt like an attack talking to them.
Yeah, it was a psychological attack, but you Uno reversed. You hit him with that no you, and now they seem to be interested in your ideas about hierarchy, so successful. And then Doc Hop, you went off to destroy the Orb of Dragonkind.
Yeah, let's talk about how successfully that went, huh? Yeah,
worked.
successful
Congrats.
episode for everyone last one, right?
Yeah, you shattered it. It worked perfectly well. Your mom did catch a dose of radiation because you fired Ulysses through her like a shotgun. But I have discerned that the symptoms of acute radiation poisoning will take a little bit to show. So she is an adult steel dragon. She feels ill, but she says, "Hey, Hoppy Hop, what are you doing? I was just chilling out with an orb. No big deal."
Yeah. We don't have... Does it seem like she hasn't even registered she's been hit with this blast?
So she was deliberately exposing herself to the Orb of Dragonkind, which was making her very ill. Sycorax collects emotions, and there are a number of negative emotions that you wouldn't... the normal person probably wouldn't deliberately expose themselves to, but she was, just for funsies. And she probably felt a shooting pain from the radiation, but she is several thousand years old and has done all kinds of wild shit and is trying to play it off and act like it doesn't bother her.
Sycorax just going around saying, I'm an empath.
I was gonna say, would she recognize what that feeling is? Because she did go through my experiences of what that specific pain felt like.
Yeah, so here is the exact thing I wanted to get to, which is last downtime, she went through your mind with encode thoughts to take some of the experiences you had. I think losing your arm was the big one. The other one is your fear of water. At the time, I said there was no mechanical implications, but there would be narrative implications. One of them is she did feel the shooting pain you felt, but did not get to experience the long-term effects of radiation exposure, which she's still curious about. So
Okay, yeah.
Yes. So she knows what's happening. She gets it. She's like, yeah, I'm curious. Let's see where this train goes. Where are your siblings?
Hop does have to take, 2 seconds just to, let that process a beat, that she is not, in the worst trouble of her life for this. Look, sometimes you have a chill relationship with a parent, and I guess this is one of those. Yeah, there's a bunch of little shitty not quite dragons around here. We gotta go get my siblings. Everyone's having a bad day.
Not me. I love the Cymbalines. Have you ever huffed one?
No, how do you huff one?
I'll show you later. Let's go get your knuckleheads. She is a ancient steel dragon. Very easily locates Rex here with magic, teleports out, and the whole party can reconvene at the fairy circle of mushrooms outside of the Feywild and get on the same page about what you're going to do. This is the climax of the Cymbeline arc. It may be the longest arc in the history of Dice Funk. 10-year anniversary.
You know, I'm almost disappointed that Sycorax is kind of okay with it, because I was very bemused by when we were discussing what was going to happen this arc. I really wanted Rex to be able to turn to Hop and go, look, I know you're sad you killed your mom or whatever, but we have to do a cool prank real quick.
I mean, listen, the consequences aren't done. Do you think it's going to have a normal psychological effect on this woman that she lets herself begin to die from radiation? I think there's going to be some externalities to this, but...
You know, Austin, I don't think she was normal before that point.
Sure. Yeah, she's an erratic lady. Orlando left her, unlike Desdemona, by the way.
She's having a bit of a manic episode, and that gets me out of trouble. And when that swings the other way, we approach that when we get to it.
Yeah, I think what happened, like, we reconvene. Rex was not aware that there was an orb of dragonkind at this place. He just knew he couldn't transform. Because I think the only person that actually found out directly was Hop. So probably two things happen. It's like like from outside, it's like an overhead shot of the forest, and then birds flying away as Rex just yells, "Falcon, that lady gave them what?" Followed by a, "You shot your mom with what?"
It's okay. She's kind of into it. It's all good.
To be very clear, we are able to transform into dragons at this point, right? Because previously going into the world, I was on 1 hit point and kind of like, you know, on like John Wick sees like a snowy park bench somewhere. Like I was really like, if I just hold on just a little bit longer.
I think you were all down to the last few hit points. I think a single hit could have killed any of the three of you, which is why it was such an exciting episode last
We were
time.
level 1 characters. 1 hit would have killed us probably anyway.
But yeah, not only can you turn into dragons in the Feydark, you could have always turned into dragons out where you currently are, which is the Cookie Mountains. So yes.
Okay.
All right. Here's my suggestion. We kill them. and he goes,
Ulysses says, "I am taking notes, Uncle."
I'm shockingly not as against this plan as I should be. I feel like I should have more qualms, but actually, so far, sounds like a rousing success as far as I'm concerned.
I mean,
I'm not even sure who you mean by they, to be honest, and honestly, any answer inside of that place, rousing applause as far as I'm concerned.
Penguin Tower over there, jerks a thumb at Falconbridge, gave them an orb that they then used to, it sounds like, trap and kill a number of green dragons. That, to me, sounds like a direct hostile act against the Cookie Mountains. That they don't really seem to care about. So they've crossed a line between nuisance to threat.
Yeah, Sycorax is here, so she'll say, "Oh, I think they were just drawn to it. It gives you such a delightful, woozy feeling. Have you ever huffed gasoline?"
I breathe fire, so no.
I mean,
it ignites.
not intentionally, but there's a lot of it in the trash.
I've been to a few parties.
I forgot Sycorax's icon here. She is the girdled armadillo lizard here with the really cool looking plate armor. She's great. This, I know a lot of people, because the bitch exception just came out, the episode where you killed Desdemona. People fucking love it, by the way. Great work, everybody there. But a lot of people are saying, oh, they relate to having like a narcissistic, abusive mother. Sycorax is my mom, by the way.
Did your mom also stand in front of a CT scanner and just get blasted?
Also, she used to bite her tail and roll around just like this one. It's great.
I never knew you were part Sandslash.
I'm glad we're working through all of our parents on this season. As everybody gained a little family catharsis this season, hopefully.
Like I said, Austin just needs to have Rosalind come up to Rex unprompted in the middle of his day and be like, "Oh, you remember your cousin Blimblow? Kidneys just exploded, just shot out of his body. Oh, and your great aunt Lucifer. She got hit by a fucking airship. She's in traction currently."
Cousin Blimblow is absolutely getting written down, you fool. You shouldn't have given me that.
That's my backup character when Rex dies. Responding to what Sycorax said about, I think they were just lured here. And I go, yeah, if I put out a bug zapper, it's gonna kill bugs. That's the purpose of it. And bring him in.
I would normally try to temper Rex's enthusiasm with a plea to diplomacy. After all, I'm currently making a very large bid to sort of represent small folk, and it won't look great if I usher it in with a genocide of a small folk. But they're really not leaving us too many other options. I don't feel like they're going to stop.
Well, I'm making inroads a bit with the Myconids. They've got a fungus dragon. There's a lot going on in there. And there's that other fairy dragon family. That doesn't seem to like the Cymbelines. If we remove their competition and install one of them to sort of, what's the word I want to use here? Puppet Kingdom, that's it. Seems like an option to me.
I suppose that actually is quite brilliant. We could just turn them against each other. We could just do a regime change. This is actually quite perfect. The other ones were much nicer. They were like mean and I think more deadly, but like they were less annoying, which is really kind of what I'm here about.
Yeah, some sort of puppet republic of sorts. You know, that sounds like a plan.
I'm thinking more Dragon Emperor Rex, but you get the gist of it.
All right, it sounds like we are moving into the role portion of this episode. Rex, because you have the assistance of Chorus, the Myconid superorganism in there, you get advantage on whatever you roll, but I need a roll from each of the three of you as you describe to me your heist that you're going to pull on the Cymbalines here. You're going to steal their items, presumably for the Gladys Accords, and also you can kill them if you want, and we'll talk about that as it happens. But describe to me what this is going to look like. And who I assume because Ulysses is a baby, you're going to get him out of there.
Yeah.
You can
No, I don't. This baby needs to get out of here. Because if we get to the end of this arc and they're like, we can't find Ulysses, guys. I think he went back into the Feywild. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna lose my mind and cry.
Get Sycorax. You know what? How about this? I think I know what we do here. Miss Sycorax loves experiences of watching stuff, right? She definitely has like scrying spells. I'd have to assume. She can babysit and he can watch through her scrying portal or whatever.
Yeah, that's fun. Grandma Sycorax is gonna take baby Ulysses and Falconbridge, and they can watch from somewhere else while the siblings is gonna do their cool plan.
I hate that this is a heist because I did just give up all my dexterity in the last episode, so I'm not good at stealth anymore.
It doesn't have to be stealth. It could be. I don't tell you how to play your character. I would say you are.
No. It's
warlock,
just the first thing I looked at when doing a heist. For a spell that like I have to touch a willing creature, can that be me?
I believe so.
Yeah, I reckon I can touch
Depends on the
myself,
spell's
right?
wording.
You touch a willing creature and bestow something.
Is it bestow?
No, it's foresight. The range is touch. Can I? Yeah, I can foresight myself. Cool. I'm just gonna start this whole thing off by casting foresight on myself because I haven't had future vision yet, and I would like some future vision.
All right, that sounds like an insight check to use your future vision to anticipate the Cymbaline's response to whatever you're gonna do.
Sure. Insight.
And remember, Rex, you also have advantage on whatever you choose to roll, and I just need to know what the nature of those, and then we'll all describe the scene.
Yeah. My pitch for this is that Rex has been pitching to the Myconids, specifically the Myconid dragon that he's trying to like awaken to being the maestro of the chorus, so to speak. Mm-hmm. The power and like majesty of being a dragon. This isn't a heist, it's a smash and grab. I want to use athletics and just fucking swarm in with a bunch of mushrooms, run into their house and start taking shit with athletics.
Yeah, I think last episode, one of the Cymbalines challenged DiCaprio specifically to a prank competition, saying we're going to do our best prank, you do your best prank. They're not taking anything seriously. And I think Quinn said, like, are these going to be, like, separate scenes or what? And I was definitely like, oh, you're all level 20 dragons ripping shit through this small fragment of a plane. Like, I don't think you can have separate scenes when you're all that big. It's all going to be one thing. And if you're rolling athletics, then this is not Ocean's 11. This is Heat. You are in the streets.
I've gone loud and
well
payday.
For everybody, right? If I remember Heat correctly.
It's been a while since I've seen Heat. I think Val Kilmer's fine, right?
Yeah, there's just a lot of people from that group that get out, right? If I recall.
Yeah, I think Rex's idea of a prank is sheer chaos of someone breaking through your house's wall and robbing you.
Can we do me first then, where I'm gonna probably try to peacefully negotiate something with the other Cymbalines before your plan comes in, where you like explode through a wall with mushrooms, cars, or something like that.
The other Cymbalines can help in the smash and grab.
I do need rolls from Rex and DiCaprio and Laura. I don't know if you are muted or if you said yours out loud.
No, I was just waiting for a good opportunity. I rolled a 16 on insight, so I can use my future vision to tell which of these plans is a good idea.
I got 28.
That one's a good idea.
Good lord. Yeah, also, if you're going to do some in-character talk, can you elaborate on your specific vision for Chorus? Because last episode, I was so caught flat-footed by your crit on them that I don't think I did a good job of painting the picture for the audience.
Yeah. Rex will say, those deeply annoying mushrooms are trying to... What? Oh, God. What? I accidentally opened another feature in Roll20 for measuring grids. Please get this away from me. I was dealing with those myconids right before we got back together. They got their hands on a dragon skeleton and are tried to bring it back to life. I think that if whatever is coming out of that is a true dragon, it's going to want to take over those small folk mushrooms. If we can get it on our side, which I think I might be able to, that's a foothold we have here in the Feywild immediately. And at the very least, something we can use to keep an eye on, even those monarch Cymbalines if, well, they're not monarch Cymbalines. That's not the species. The monarch fairy dragons. In case they start getting ideas with, the annoying ones out of the way. And probably a test run for if the Cookie Mountains start getting a bit too crowded.
I will say that it strikes me that in dragon society, no dragon thinks of itself as a peasant. Every dragon is like an aristocrat in its own mind. So having a kind of fungus dragon collective thing would present an interesting social dynamic, because presumably all the dragons here would be like, yeah, that's my serf. We could tell those guys what to do. They're not real dragons, so that would be just something that strikes me about that.
Mm-hmm. I guess in my view, it's a question of like, you talked about how they're all part of the chorus, right? But they were like individual like voices in it. What happens when one of them's a lot louder than the rest?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I was coming at it from like the stereotype of people who are on mushrooms are like, oh, it's all connected. It's like the harmony of it all. But there are fungi in nature that kill and eat other fungi. It's not all peace out there. They're called fungivores. So you could absolutely introduce the notion of hierarchy to these folks and get them on board.
Yep, which I think Rex has done pretty consistently through his just flat out belief that they're like, some small folk are cool and do cool things. I'm a dragon. If I put my mind to it, I will eventually be better than all of you, just by the simple fact that I have the time to do it. Not even counting his natural abilities.
I am all for Rex getting to introduce hierarchical murder mushrooms into this universe and the implications thereof. I want to celebrate with him. I do want to just take the time dragon claw back though. So Austin, do I need to roll anything for that, or can I just kind of smush Rex's face against a wall real quick while I grab it out?
Honestly, if you asked him for it, he would probably just give it to you.
That's between your player characters, so.
Yeah, well, I want to walk
you.
up and be like, oh, Rex, there was something I threw into your pocket earlier that I would like back.
Oh, right, the disc. And he because I don't think he at all checked for this. And he goes, just fishes into his bag, pulls it out.
I didn't know. I want to wrestle. If he doesn't know yet, I want to wrestle him for it.
Okay. All right, what are you rolling to wrestle this? Mind you, put Pan's face down to the +17 athletics check.
I want to do like whatever like thumb war check would be. Like I want to outmaneuver him in a very close combat to just grab it before he opens it and realizes it's not the time track or it's not the nuke.
That feels like like a sleight of hand or something against a perception check.
This is some sibling ass shit.
Joke's on you. I don't get a bonus to this at any point in time. 15.
All right. 16.
Oh, it was so close, though. Come on. Don't I get like a special fucking big sister bonus?
No. Unfortunately, no. If you had foresight, maybe, but sadly, that's
Yeah,
not
but I'm hogging that today because I'm scared of the fact I trip over my own feet now.
Doc Hop perfectly saw this thumb war coming and does not intervene.
I think Rex goes, oh yeah, the Devereaux disc, and then just like whips it out directly in front of his face, and then there's like a loading screen for a moment as he processes this, and goes, wait a minute, this isn't a disc at all.
It's not the disc. I must have slipped you the wrong thing. I want to just like try to say this as I just grab it from his hands. Like, yep, I must have slipped you the wrong thing. What are you going to do? You know, silly mistake. Oopsie on me.
I think Rex thinks you're being weird, but he's just kind of nonplussed by it. Like, whatever. He's not going to think any more into it at the moment now that you're playing this off. Besides, he has graphic violence to enact after a very annoying day. I think he just kind of shrugs and goes, all right, whatever. You still have the nuke, right? Probably should confirm that if you're just throwing away the wrong items around.
I do, and of course that's always been under my control, and to be clear, I'm adding the Time Dragon Claw back to my inventory, which I shouldn't really have said in character, but I just wanted it to be noted.
Okay, so to be clear, it is now back with DiCaprio Devereaux.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, perfect. All right, I need a roll from you, Quinn, and then let's all describe what your plan is here, because that's the episode.
Okay, so someone's gonna have to talk to the monarch fairy dragons, or whatever colloquial group name they should be known by, to get them on board with beating up the Cymbalines and stealing all their stuff, because I assume they're gonna help us like actually coordinate this, and we'll install them as our puppet government afterwards.
Okay, sounds like a persuasion.
Oogly doogly. 14.
14, 28, and 16. So 14 is the weakest. I think you probably can go talk to some of them. They're interested in being in charge in some way, but they're not going to be overly helpful during the fight. They'll nip at people's heels, but they're not going. You don't have to worry about them as like a huge part of this combat thing. The next question I have for you is, what items are you stealing? This is a kind of big smash and grab heist with a risk reward element. So you're going to tell me how many items you want, and the more you go for, the harder this fight will be. Specifically, you're going to tell me which dragons you want items from. So Andronicus, Desdemona, Enobarbus, Falconbridge, Orlando, Rosaline, Sycorax, Viola, and the three of you are the dragons that I'm aware of. And when it's your items, you can tell me the specific item. With the other dragons, just tell me the dragon name, and you'll get an item from them.
Okay. I want to get a lot of those.
Okay. Yeah, this is it.
The answer is yes, all of them.
I don't know how to say it. I want it all.
Okay, that's bold. Yeah, I was thinking less, but fuck it, we ball.
I'm only missing one of my things, and I'm not the most fussed about the chef's hat. Off the top of my head, if I could get stuff back for Dad, that feels like that would be long-term beneficial.
Yeah, just thinking about it, I haven't lost, the only thing I've lost to them is my fucking anvil, and my card. I do at the very least want my goddamn anvil back. Beyond that, I could get something for Viola. I feel like we can't risk getting one of the cursed items from Rosalind because there's a chance you touch it and go up. Sorry, this was also a cursed ruby. Now you've got a coin and a ruby bouncing around your field of view at all times.
Oh fuck! As soon as you mentioned the coin, charisma saving throw DiCaprio.
What? Damn it!
It's been like 3 episodes. I'm sorry. You just get a sudden craving.
Oh, it's not that much higher when I'm a full dragon either. 20.
All right, at the 20, you definitely want to see and touch it, but you're busy right now. You don't have time for it. There's no smoking allowed in this restaurant. You're gonna tough it out.
No smoking. I'm gonna have to leave.
I mean, you can if you want, but I'm not forcing you to. So,
It's not so bad yet that you're making use of the cigarette stubbing out bit in the plain bathroom.
No, I'm just pacing a lot more though right now as I wait for, I guess, our plan to get enacted.
So is it harder per person doing this, or is it like if one person only wants, let's say, 2 items, and then you have DiCaprio trying to get all of them? Like, I guess what's the ramifications of that?
You're going to tell me the number of items, and that's how hard the fight is going to be. It's one big fight. They're all going to be involved in. You can't.
The more things as a group we want to steal, the harder the thing will be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're already trying to steal everything, we might as well try and steal everything. if we're already doing it on the hardest mode.
Yeah, I guess if Quinn has corrected up to 11, fuck it, we ball.
I mean, I'm not trying to force anyone's hand. I'm just like, if we're gonna take their shit, let's just take everything. I don't want to come back.
As Rex turns to the party and goes, "All right, team, here's what's gonna happen here. We're gonna kill him." And I activate Inspiring Leader.
Okay, so you all know that they're level 20 dragons, and by my count, that's 13 of them. I fucking love this. I've waited so long for you all to do something this reckless.
We fought her mom last episode with no resources. Get 20 hit point or 23 hit point temporary hit points.
Austin, that bit at the start of the episode where I said I'd give up all my cards if we got total party killed is starting to look a lot more on the table than a minute ago.
I will say Desdemona was stronger than a Cymbeline, but she was 1 level 20 dragon. So do the math however you want.
How about this? Half.
Oh, we're making deals now. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Then we have to pick which dragons we're going for. And my bag's non-negotiable. I'm not leaving this arc without my bag. I'm going to lose my mind.
Look,
I'm never going to get to skin my mom again. Or if I do it again, it's really weird.
Look, Austin said a concrete number of 13, and that's a lot of action economy.
Yeah. I'd like to maybe steal a thing for Dad, a thing for my mum. That's 2. I could go for just stealing 2 things. 3, because we gotta steal the skin bag.
Yeah, Desdemona, Sycorax, and Orlando. That's 3.
I kind of want something for Andronicus. I'm kind of trying to make moves, and I really feel like I should be sucking up more to the second most powerful dragon, especially if he was marrying my mom. Kind of love to move in on that territory in a way. That's a horrible thing to say, but better safe me than her.
No, that's how I want you to be thinking. These are the kind of dynastic big moves you can make. Is you could either give the item back to curry favor. If it's strong, you can keep it. All those kind of things. These are the decisions which are going to shape the rest of the campaign.
Okay, let's see here. So we have we want Quinn's bag, that's 1. Sycorax, Orlando. Rex would opt for Viola. He also wants his anvil back, so that puts us up to 5. Then, what am I forgetting here? Andronicus. And you know what? If we're trying to make allies, I would say Enobarbus, so that puts us at 7, I think, total.
I'm willing to potentially drop something if we want to get that number down. Where's... if we weren't thinking about what it is we're stealing, how high do we, like, realistically want that number to go?
I think half is fun. That's basically it. Well, it's slightly more than a half, but that's what my vote would be.
Okay.
I mean, my opening spell's not changing no matter how many dragons there are, so...
Do we have any other buffs for the moment that last a long time?
Yeah, I should actually, I guess, look at buffs and stuff like that right now.
Well, we're sounding like we're playing normal D&D for a second here. Or just like, yeah, I'm gonna optimize my turns to do as much killing as possible.
Well, because I don't want to get killed in return. I really don't. I really think it's going to be shameful to lose to these little assholes. Like, I don't know what the fail state for Dice Funk is. Like, I don't know, like, how many fights we have to lose before eventually Austin's like, the game's over. You all got eaten by these fairy dragons you kept fucking with.
There is my backup plan of we grab a bunch of stuff, run out, so they run out of the Feywild, so they try to follow us, and Rex just stands there with his mouth open as they come out as level 1 fairy dragons and eats them.
Now, Austin, I do actually have a question. I know Marlo Cymbeline's true name. Is there anything that can be done with that? I realize I probably should have asked this earlier in the season, but this was a mechanic that was used previously in Dice Funk.
Yeah, true names are like the spell command, where you can basically kind of force someone to do your bidding. The idea is kind of like when you bind a demon or something in many myths. I will say that this could have been more of a factor, but you gave away the Leona Astrolabe to the monarchs, and they have squirreled that away somewhere, so you do not have a way to immediately track Marlowe down and command him. So I will say that for the moment, this does not seem to be it's going to be a relevant factor. He may show up later in the season. But yeah, that is the consequence of trading that away.
Cool, we're stealing just over half the stuff. Done.
Yeah, so I think it's the 6 things then, or 7?
So let me write this down. I'll write it out. We want bag mom, and Andronicus, Sycorax, Rex opted for Viola, Anvil, Enobarbus. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What am I forgetting here?
Andronicus,
Enobarbus, Orlando, Sycorax, Viola, DiCaprio, Rex is what I have written down.
Yeah, I think
7.
that's everything. Who's taking the extra pick?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Because everyone was putting 2 things forward. Someone was putting 3. This math doesn't math anymore. Someone's being greedy. Rex, we can't get anything for your girlfriend.
Ah.
Dan, in your list, you don't have Orlando, I think is why your count is different.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can give up on Dad. It's just,
We do already have his little ferret friend, so.
Oh, yeah, we do. We do have his ferret friend. Okay, that's fine then. We already got him a gift.
Yeah?
Yeah, the ferret.
Although, how is it gonna look if we actively try to get something else back for Andronicus and not our dad?
He doesn't need to know that we didn't get the black-footed ferret back during this heist. This might have been when we got the black-footed ferret.
Mm-hmm. I will say that there's items for everyone, so whatever choices you make are the choices you make.
Yeah, we've already got him a thing. Let's do 6. Let's go under half. Let's not be greedy.
But that does mean then that we could maybe get something, because I didn't think there'd be another item for my mom in addition to the perfect pearl. And now I'm like kind of contemplating if I should snag that.
Dad's going back on the list then. We're not taking Dad off the list so you can put an extra one on, so you can go up to full. You were doing the thing going, oh, we're all taking 2, someone's taking 3, someone's greedy. We're not taking 1 off of my list so that you can have a 4th.
DiCaprio believes that actually would be the right way to do it. If you just remove yours, then I can have more.
Yeah, then mine's going back on. I'm not giving mine up if it means you are taking
Rex
the slot.
walks through the portal.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go fight.
All right, roll initiative. 20 for Cymbalines. There's so many Cymbalines on the... I love this.
Oh, I have advantage on initiative. Not that I really need it, but just out of curiosity. No, 27. Okay, 28 it is.
All right, Future Sight, why don't you paint me this picture? You're starting this fight, and we can kind of like jump right into the big battle here with everything on the line. Laura, sorry about the pressure, but it's up to you now.
Fuck it, I'm a giant ape now. Hop transforms into a giant ape.
Okay, so the way this fight opens, Rex, you get impatient, run into the fair circle, everyone runs in after you, and then we cut to like a wide shot with the monarchs and the Cymbalines and the chorus dragon. Everyone's like fighting in the sky, swooping around. It's like a full-on aerial dogfight between over a dozen dragons here. Everyone's just biting and clawing and scratching and so forth. Does anybody want to add anything to like the tableau before we start doing math?
I may not have been the first one through the portal, but I transformed into a big gorilla shortly after we get through, and that allowed me to very quickly gain momentum and get up the front of the pack, ready to start smacking.
All right, ape it up. I will just say for now, there's just one enemy that you have to worry about. It's just the Cymbalines. They have one stat block to worry about. You don't have to track 7 different hit pools.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think it's their go next now, if that's the end of Hop's turn.
No, I was giving Hop the transformation outside the fairy circle. It's
okay,
Laura's
cool.
turn.
Okay, I'm into that. Let's try and do hits. 1 sec. First punch, 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Second punch, I get advantage. So just a sec, yeah. So 24 to hit and 24 for the second.
Oh, wow, 24 hits. Yeah, 24.
Okay.
That's very funny for reasons that will become clear as this fight goes on.
Okay, I'm.
Oh, can we get something like wacky if we roll doubles, then like it deals double damage to these fairies?
Here's the thing I'll say, Quinn, is that the dragons so far you have fought, Barbus and Desdemona and stuff, they were mostly using normal dragon abilities. They weren't really busting out their artifacts on you. I have so many items that the Cymbalines have in their collection, and some truly unhinged shit is about to pop off, because they're just going to fire them.
Now I want to know what all the things we're not going to get to see are.
Okay, I punched for 21 and then punched for 23.
Hell yeah. Big punches. You just jumping from, mushroom to mushroom, bouncing on the caps like Mario, and then uppercutting Cymbalines out of the air like they're, the question blocks.
Yeah, it's as if I'm swinging from vine to vine without there being any vines to swing from. I'm swinging with my punches.
All right, perfect. Now it is Cymbaline's turn. It is time to suffer. Some truly unhinged shit starts happening. There are blasts in every direction. First of all, I'm going to need dexterity saving throws.
9.
Oops.
I don't like that you responded to 9 that way, because I got 8.
15.
Oh, wow. Everyone fails. So you all are flying through the air. You're getting into scraps, bites, claws. Hop turns into an ape and starts punching them. And suddenly there appears to be a counterattack. The lowest roll is DiCaprio, so you get hit full in the face with only 8 damage. Bad roll, but what hits you in the back of the head is a giant anvil.
No,
anvil.
Damn it. Oh my god, I'm like so disgraced by that.
And then as it hits you in the back of the head, it goes like flipping by you. Another Cymbeline grabs it and throws it at Rex, who takes 14 damage, and then alley-oop, slam dunk into Hop, 13 damage. You all fail as the Cymbalines are beating your ass dodgeball style. But that's not the end of their turn. You picked a fight with 7 of these people. Constitution save, everyone.
1 second, I'm doing basic math as an adult, which is difficult for me.
Constitution.
Don't forget you had 22 temporary hit points.
15 for your Constitution.
All right, only Hop saves as a Cymbeline closer to the ground hefts up some sort of strange device, clearly stolen from Enobarbus, some kind of technological weapon, and begins firing it into the air. And what comes out seems to you as if it is a white paste, kind of a glue that tangles up everyone but Hop, who apes away from it. You're going to have disadvantage as you become enclosed in sticky foam or web or something. You don't know the nature of this technology, but there's now fucking gunk all over you.
It's the glue gun from Paul Bart's Mall Cop 2.
I was gonna say, is this the fucking big sticky foam gun?
It's the glue gun from Prey, but whatever. Say.
Oh, I hate that Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 is my reference point now.
Yeah, why is that your first thing?
Because I listened to a show where people lose their minds watching that show every Thanksgiving for the rest of eternity.
Yeah, till Death Do Us Blart has destroyed all of our minds.
Yeah.
And then attacks against all of you as one Cymbeline perching on a mushroom hefts up what appears to be some kind of a spinal column, which has a skull still attached to it, bobbing strangely as it fires green blasts. So Hop, Botch is going to miss you. 10, that's going to miss Rex. 12, all these miss. These just go wild, and one of the blasts is going to hit a friendly fire Cymbeline, so that's not good. But I will say one of the Cymbalines clearly has some kind of really dark magic-looking wizard staff and is firing it indiscriminately into the crowd. That is the 3 attacks that you all face, but there's more. You see a Cymbeline passing out items to their siblings. You hear them all chattering in Sylvan about battle strategies. You see some of them donning armor, which has what can only be described as the cool S that you've seen scribbled on many a high school binder on them. They're tacking up. Each Cymbeline is grabbing items. They're cackling wildly as we move to Rex Maximus's turn.
You said I have disadvantage on attacks. Is that the case?
No, to be attacked, they have advantage against you, is what I meant.
Okay. Is there a way I can get rid of this status, or is it just like that's the case for the rest of the
Oh, if you spend your turn burning off the glue with your fire breath as a dragon, that's fine.
So I guess that I have to ask the question. I have a bonus action to just set myself on fire for the rest of this combat, which I'm immediately going to do because it does AoE damage on anything that's near me. So I would just do that.
Yep, that works completely. I will say, if you don't know about the cool S that the Cymbalines have, it prevents multi-attacks. So you can only attack Cymbeline once with...
but I picked Giant Ape for 2 punch.
Uh-huh.
Well, that completely nerfs my character. All right.
Yeah, I want to cast the spell Meteor Swarm, Austin.
I bet, yeah, to read the audience Meteor Swarm.
So the range is 1 mile, and the target's 4 different points that I can see within range, and then giant blazing orbs pummel to the ground at different points, and creatures involved in the blasts have to they kind of take 20d6 damage either way. It's just if they fail, they take it twice.
Sure. That's going to be a dex save. Surprisingly dexterous, very fast, very lithe, very small. I botched. Fuck me.
Okay.
Shouldn't have said all that. Embarrassing. Yeah, a creature takes 20 d6 fire and 20 d6 bludgeoning, and you can do it 4 times. So 160 d6 is, I believe, what you're about to say to me?
Yeah, I mean, that was just for one of them. So do you want me to just roll all the dice total? Because I think that's what, like 80 d6 plus 80 d6.
No, the cool S means you only can do this once. This is specifically, an anti Orlando siblings tech the Cymbalines set up in their solo episode to prevent this exact sort of thing.
Well, that's good because you were about to make my hit them with a big rock look quite unimpressive.
I will hit them for 150 then, or 148 to be specific. Sorry. But I want to aim for the one that is the big S because I want to kill it, so then that Rex can just go fucking hog wild on these things.
Yeah, so I mean, you just raise a hand up and meteors start spawning from nothing because there's no space here in the Feydark. It's just they just materialize and fall.
Oh, I'm like a Final Fantasy villain. Sometimes I just point and do things, and like outer space, like a silhouette of it, kind of appears above us all.
Now, are these meteors or just giant fucking diamonds?
I like to think that these are giant diamonds that essentially feel like meteors when they hit you.
Yeah, so you just turn this place into an inferno. You turn it into like a Doom level. It's just all fire and blood. And targeting specific Cymbalines is like not going to be a thing. Everyone is flying around chaotically. Sure. You can't get a beat on any one person. But yeah, you do a chunk of damage. You see a bodiless wings fly by you as you have clearly incinerated one of them. We don't have to stop the combat here, but I will just say you have unlocked a new mechanic this season. The previous mechanic was that when Cymbalines steal from you, you lose access to an item, but then they return it and it is improved. That mechanic is no longer on the table. Now they will just steal from you and keep your items, but every time you kill a Cymbaline, you will tell me which dragon's item you recover, and I will give you an item.
Hell yeah, they're just fucking loot goblins now. So wait, I just killed when I get something back, right?
So we talked at the beginning of the episode about which items there were. I'll give them all at the end so we don't break the flow of combat. But I'm just saying from now on they are loot chests.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rex.
All right. Well, if I'm not gonna be able to prevent myself from getting a multi-attack penalty here, I think the thing that makes the most sense. I haven't done this. I will set myself on fire first off.
Perfect.
Of course, because why wouldn't I? And then I am going to use my level 20 breath weapon, which I haven't done up to this point. And I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw. DC is, I believe, it's half. It's my. Hold on, let me get the.
23.
That's gonna do it. So you're still gonna just take half from this. As I breathe fire, this is 11d6. Half of 37. So, not great, not terrible.
18.
Actually, that rolled pretty high. But, half damage.
All right, so you breathe fire on a Cymbaline, and it goes up like an inferno.
He just rears back. Not as impressive as calling down 148 points of damage on a meteor, but he's trying to, you know what, the one with the hat. He's burning the one with the hat to death.
All right, you're blasted fire at the end of the order. First of all, legendary action, all of you, Constitution saving throw from euphoric gas that is blasted at you from 1,000 angles, just puffs of pink smoke. If it gets you, you're going to lose your turn, which is rough. And then we have to talk about the lair action, because you are fighting a dragon in its lair.
16.
That saves.
17.
What was the roll, sorry?
Constitution save. Sorry.
Yeah.
Rex did
don't
not
forget
save.
you used the Constitution of the ape, not your suit.
Oh, yeah. Constitution is... Oh, that's better. 6.
Only DiCaprio saves, so the other two of you are blasted by pink gas and suddenly feel extremely pleasured. Yeah, I don't even have to go into too many details.
I thought you said 16 saves.
I misspoke. I misspoke.
Okay.
It was 17. Laura's giving me cards. Laura, do you want to tell the audience about what you were doing here?
Yeah, so I've decided that the only fair way to get rid of my cards is every time that I do a bad roll in today's session, I have to give away my cards to Austin until the number I rolled is how many cards I have left. So because I rolled a 6, I only get to keep 6 of my cards now. So I'm getting rid of my cards.
Thank you, Laura. At the end of the turn, lair action, you are in the lair of a dragon. And so, various denizens of the Fey Dark are going to attack you in various ways. Red caps leaping from mushrooms with their steel brandished. Giant beetles with their horns try to run you down. Big, scary Fey birds swooping down. Just everything is biting and chomping at you. So that is going to be an attack against, this is DiCaprio, 30. This is Rex, 28. And Hop, 32. All of you are going to take this damage.
Do I still have a reaction, or do I lose that too?
I think you should. You still have it. It's fine.
Okay. Disadvantage. Horde and parry.
Okay.
I was a
33.
Doombot the whole time, Austin.
All right, I got hit anyway.
What, Quinn?
I was a Doombot. I'm going to use my illusionary reaction. So I'm just going to say I'm going to burn I think a second level spell slot to just be like, that actually missed me. I was an illusion.
I love you, Quinn, so much. Can I tell you about an item the Cymbalines have?
I don't like that.
You know those glasses people wear at New Year's where the zeros are the eye holes?
Yeah.
They have one for the year 3111, so they're all ones. It's 1111 with all the ones crossing their eyes. It looks terrible, but it does allow them to see through illusions. You could thank Sarah Cosmignon Devereaux for that one.
Okay, so I'm going to kill that one specifically. Sorry, Sarah.
You drop an illusion, and a Cymbeline just stabs you in the back with its tail spine, giggles, and flies away. 17 damage to each of you as the Feydark itself revolts against your intrusion, and we are back to DiCaprio.
Give me a dexterity save.
29.
All right, you still take half of this.
All right.
Also, I feel like we skipped over my turn. DiCaprio's on a second turn. I've only had one.
Oh, no, sorry. I misspoke. Back to Hop. So
Okay, cool.
12 damage?
Yes.
All right. Hoptimus.
I have an attack that isn't multi-attack. I have an attack simply called Rock. Let's use Rock.
All right. We're going to rock.
23 to hit.
23 does not hit.
What? I thought lower than that hit before. Did it not?
Nope. You rolled 24 and 24 last turn.
Oh, okay.
And I said, the funny number for you to roll specifically for a reason you will find out shortly, is what I said.
Oh, I see. Cool, fun. I love that. I do not hit them with the big rock.
Yeah, you throw some big
If
rocks.
only I could do multi-attacks and then I could have had a second swing at them, but no.
Yeah, if only. It is now Cymbaline's turn, and they're going to attack you. Hop, 34. That's a crit. Cool, my lord. Rex, 25. And that's a botch against DiCaprio. So, DiCaprio, you're going to get your lick back there, but let's do some damage.
I will do a reaction against that, because I think now we've gone around a turn.
24.
That misses.
Oh, my lord! Okay, only Hop is going to get hit by this. This is a crit.
I'm in danger.
22 damage.
Okay.
Don't forget your con save or
yeah.
concentration.
Yeah.
Yep. So you have to beat an 11 on your con save to keep your ape. DiCaprio, because of that botch, you get a free turn, or you get a free spell. Just.
I got a crit 24 on concentration. I'm the most concentrated ape.
I'm just going to look up Cone of Cold real quick. That seems like a quick, easy spell to cast.
Sounds good.
Cone of Cold, a Constitution saving throw. If they're just failing that, then 8d8.
I like how you just said, "Oh, I'm sure they're gonna fail that." No,
They're going to fail that. Just don't. Why even bother?
14. You're right. You were correct.
Say, Austin. I don't. No, what number was it, Austin? Because I've forgotten.
Oh my god.
8d8. All right, there we go. So 43 damage, and if they're killed by it, if I kill one of the Cymbalines, it becomes a frozen statue.
Yeah. So fire, jets of fire and jets of ice blasting through the air. It's a real fracas. It is still Cymbaline's turn. Remember, I'm bouncing 7 of them attacking all of you. So, at one point here, Rex, you are stunned from the euphoric gas, and so you are kind of blinking, looking around. All your extremities are tingling. You're finding it hard to concentrate. When suddenly a blue wire, or almost like a ribbon, wraps around your throat, and you see several Cymbalines holding the ends of it, and they are trying to choke you out. Strength contest.
Okie dokie. Is this a save or just a straight roll?
Just a straight strength contest. Got a 20.
Oh, they're stronger than me.
It's several Cymbalines.
19.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Several Cymbalines are trying to choke you out. 18 damage. But strangely, as they do it, it hurts. To be choked. But between the euphoria of the breath weapon that you were hit with, you also feel another inexplicable emotion wash over you. It is hard to pin down, but you begin to think of your time. Yeah?
An emotion while I'm being choked? Am I horny? What's happening?
That's not, I mean, you can if you want to. I was going to say you feel something inexplicable, like a feeling of deja vu wash over you. You think of the time you spent with humdrum deep breath in the crystal caverns of Enobarbus, perfecting your craft. You think about your childhood anvil they stole from you that you love so much. There's just a kind of powerful nostalgia that washes over you as they are trying to choke the life out of you.
I have a question. I just want to confirm. What is the actual effect that's happening when I'm stunned? Because I am immune to magical paralysis, or I have advantage against it, rather.
I believe Euphoria specifically says you are stunned. It's not paralysis. So I think those are separate status effects, but we can double check that. Is going to be Hop's turn? No, it's going to be DiCaprio's turn if you lose yours to Euphoria. I would say the other two siblings, you see there's a group effort to asphyxiate Rex with a large glowing blue ribbon.
Mm-hmm. They'll flame Corona, so they need to take do a dex save or take 19 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, half of that, if they save.
33.
All right, half of 19, so what is that, 9?
Yep.
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so am I losing my turn, or what? Do I got to roll again?
You lose your turn, but you are no longer stunned. You can shake that off as we go around.
Okay.
All right. I want to target some of the fairy dragons. Like, I can tell Rex is trying to win this strength contest, so I'm just going to try to basically mind crush one of the fairy dragons over there, and hopefully clear that up and let Rex win that contest. So I need an intelligence saving throw.
Uh-oh. These are not Rhodes Scholars.
But they've been so smart so far.
8.
Oh no, they are unfortunately going to take some damage there, 12d6 damage, and also they're stunned for a minute.
Oh, fuck. That's not good.
Yeah, I know, you can't let them be stunned, so I get the damage, and you use up one of those delicious resistances.
I would love to do that, but I did not give them legendary resistances.
Oh no! Oh, well, let me do my damage real quick.
Yeah, these are not true dragons. I had to do something mechanically. I can't just swap them out with an ancient red dragon and be honest to the character here.
Yeah, so 52 psychic damage, and the dragons are stunned.
Okay. This might be a big turn. Okay, so at the end of the order, they can't do any of their legendary actions, but there's still a lair action. So can I get a dexterity saving throw from everybody?
I don't know why I keep looking. It's just a d20, so 13.
11.
21.
All right, Doc Hop, as an ape, you were able to escape. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. The rest of you are going to take 11 damage as Cymbalines attack you with various implements stolen from Andronicus. One of them hits you with a sushi knife. Another one of you gets slap chopped. Someone hits you with a blender. They've clearly been stealing from this man for decades, and that is the lair action from just various implements being attacked from you. But the bulk of the Cymbalines are mind crushed. I don't know if you wanted to paint that anymore. DiCaprio, but you have just sent out a psychic wave that they all found very disorienting.
Yeah, I want to overload their brains. My poor siblings have spent so much of this arc, hallucinogenically against their will, and I just want to kind of make them experience a level of that, where you're just overloading their minds with these different signals that just for some of them, it seems to be actively agonizing to the point of scraping their own face apart.
Damn, that sucks. Hop, you're an ape. Your turn.
Austin, I have a bone to pick with you before I do my turn.
Uh-oh.
I can't help but notice that you waited until I gave you enough of my cards that you had more than me, and you haven't released yours back into the wild now.
I'm sorry, I have so many stats to juggle. It wasn't on purpose.
Look, I know you have important stuff to do as DM, but it does, from an outside perspective, look like you waited until you had the most cards and then went, actually, I quite like the card mechanic now.
You're right, the optics are really bad. I gotta get rid of these cards.
Look, I'm just saying, if you don't want negative perceptions of you, you should probably get rid of them now. I'm gonna try and hit with a big rock again.
Okay, hit me with your rock.
25, I hit with a big rock.
That hits, yeah. All right, AC/DC predicted this. We are gonna run.
Actually, I should do it again in case I get crit, just in case.
Just in case, yeah.
I do 32 damage throwing a big rock.
Good lord, that's a meaty hit.
Yeah, it's a big rock. I give up my multi-attack for that big rock. It's a big rock.
What part of Big Rock did you not understand, Yorsky?
Yeah.
We've all seen Batman the Animated Series. It would have gotten him. Killer Croc was right.
Rex Maximus, it's your turn. You feel the blue ribbon around your throat go slack just enough to twist out before they turn out the lights on you, and it's your turn.
I set myself even more on fire with Fire Frenzy, so I'm doing an extra 2d6 damage. I bite! 26.
26 hits big time, yeah.
So that is 21 plus 4, 25.
25, you pass a damage threshold. Do you want to paint me a picture of killing one of the Cymbalines?
Yeah, I said I was gonna kill the one with the hat, so that's what's gonna happen here. It's trying to strangle me. They're all maypoling around his neck as he's on fire already. And they get mind crushed, right? And they start drooling a little bit, and that just momentary lapse lets Rex start raging out of control again, and he just bites down on the one with the hat's head and tears it to pieces.
Yeah. So right now, I think if we haven't reiterated this, they are level 20 dragons. They're the same, coloration and body configuration, but they are roughly your size. So you can't swallow them in one bite. But with your growing frenzy, you could tear them into bite-sized pieces with some level of ease.
The one thing I'd say is since we don't use maps or anything, there's no real mechanical advantage to it. Rex technically is one size category larger than he should be. So he will just be biting chunks out of people and tearing limb from limb every moment he gets and throwing his weight around. And he goes back to T-posing as a big flaming turret.
All right, yeah. So definitely one was killed by the meteor. One was killed with you tearing into bits. We're getting through them, and we're at DiCaprio.
So Austin, I'm very sorry. I do have to attempt something.
Okay.
If this works, I believe the fight would end.
Big talk.
But I do
okay.
I do need to try it.
Okay.
I need an intelligence saving throw because I'm going to cast Feeble Mind on these motherfuckers who don't have legendary resistances.
Feeble Mind is a life-ending spell, but it would only get one, I believe. Let me double check.
Sure. I didn't know how we're playing it, but it is noted whoever I get can't activate spells or magic items, even the legendary artifacts they're holding.
Yeah.
So
the one with the S. Let me multi-attack.
That Cymbeline rolled a 15, which I assume fails. So its intelligence and charisma dropped to 1, and it falls out of the air stupefied. And here's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to remove 1/7 of the Cymbeline's health. You don't know how much that is.
Hell yeah.
But you have, yeah. What's the word for timesing something by 7? Septupled the HP of this dragon, because you picked to fight 7 with 7 of them? That is what we're dealing with here.
okay. So knocked out.
Is the one with the S gone?
You can't tell. They're all flying around in smoke and ice and blood. You don't know which one has the cool S.
Okay.
Can it be the one that messed with my illusion magic? Could it be Sarah's one that I just stupefied?
Nope. Those are mechanics that the Cymbalines have.
Damn.
For the foreseeable future, just so to make them any threat to you whatsoever.
Well, someone else can pick up the item, but we just want to kill their characters in revenge.
I just
All right.
want to be noted that the Cymbeline that was enfeebled by me will be like that until it can save a check once every 30 days or with the wish spell.
All right, yeah, that Cymbeline drops, down onto the ground and presumably crawls away, and we'll see where it ends up 50 episodes from now. End of the order. The one with the wizard staff made from the spinal column of a hag lifts it aloft and casts Circle of Death. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
Con.
7.
Crit, and this actually goes back to our first fight. I reflect 7th level spells or lower.
Oh, fuck. Not again. No.
This is the exact same thing that happened.
Can I have Circle of Death once? Yeah, I remember this was. I said there was a necromancer that came out of the Shining Trap as a Hedron. I just want a Circle of Death. Dan hates it.
23.
No, I have to take 86 necrotic damage. Fuck me.
Yeah, you do.
I love Rex so much. I want to wrap my arm around him. I really want to dab him up because this is such a cool moment.
It's only 33. It could have been worse, but yeah, the guy holding the spine is blasted away. It just shatters the mushroom they're on. It withers with necrotic magic, and that Cymbeline disappears from view.
I think the flavor of what's happening here, I think we've talked about it a few times, how Rex seems to potentially have like a Mr. Burns syndrome, where he's just, from growing up with his mother, he just has so many curses already attached to him, all canceling each other out. So like this spell appears, right, and it's trying to take hold, and then you see like wailing ghosts and fucking Aztec death gods all like trying to recoil, like, no, this is my stick, no, this is my stuff, until it just overloads and bounces off.
Fucking brutal. That was the legendary action. Now here's the lair action is more Fae, red caps and dark elves and everything. Other people here are gonna shoot arrows and throw rocks and everything. This is just allies of the Cymbalines coming to attack people who are invading their shard of the Fae Dark. So Hop, crit attack on you. Rex, 30. DiCaprio, 27. I assume those all hit.
Reaction horn parry.
Oh my god. I don't know why I keep attacking you. I'm embarrassing us all. 17, that misses, obviously.
Yep.
Frick.
It hits me.
Yeah. You take 16 damage, DiCaprio, and Hop, you take 23.
Okay, one sec.
And you have to be an 11 concentration to stay an ape. And it's your turn.
Yeah. 22 to stay concentrated.
All right, you're still aped. Ape me.
I'm still ape. Big rock time. It's still time for big rock. Everyone loves big rock.
When there's not a big rock on screen, the audience is asking, "Where's the big rock?"
17. It's on the floor. I couldn't pick it up. It was too big a rock. I had eyes bigger than my rock lifting capabilities.
It was too heavy. So Hop, that was your turn. Now it's Cymbaline's turn, and they are fucking pissed. They're going absolutely nuts on you. This is now a combination. It's a flurry of everything we've talked about so far. So Andronicus's various kitchen appliances are coming at you. Someone is firing that glue gun. There is the people with the blue ribbon trying to choke you out. Someone's throwing the anvil. It's just an all-out assault. Dexterity saving throw.
Me.
All three of you.
15.
8.
10.
Everyone fails and is going to take 27 damage.
Yowzers, Bowsers.
Ooh.
Yep, stab, 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 shoot, shoot, shoot. It's an all-out attack as we go back to Rex.
Okay, give me a dex save.
This guy's obsessed with dex saves. 22.
Half of 23, so that's 11.
11 damage from fire.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I bite! 15.
That misses.
Okay, that's my turn.
DiCaprio.
I believe I'm going to do another Psychic Crush because that seemed good. So another intelligence saving throw, please.
You did discover their lowest stat. They're prank-brained. 16.
That is still a failure. So it is going to be 12d6.
Laura disposed to Donkey Kong with a big rock.
It is going to be 37 damage, and they are going to be stunned again for a minute.
All right. We just passed another damage threshold. Did you just pop one of their heads with your wizardly magic?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's like cliche, but I want to like snap my fingers and one of these fucking fairy dragons' head starts to inflate until it just pops like a fucking like a balloon. Like actual streamers and shit come out, I assume.
Yeah, with Mind Crush, you once again stun them, and they fail the check, so they're going to lose their turn, but the Feywild can still attack you all. So once again, dexterity saves, as you are pelted with just everything imaginable. People are just picking up random items, chucking them, firing them.
14.
Fail.
It's a dex save, right? I'm getting nothing but 15s on it.
Everyone fails and takes 17 damage.
Ouch.
Back to Hop.
Don't forget your concentration check.
Yeah, I'm doing.
What was it, 17?
Even though you could just turn into a monkey again immediately afterwards.
I do finally lose monkey form. I only had 8 HP left in monkey form anyway. I am having to resist the urge to start pulling cards out of the deck of how the fuck do I feel about this. Honestly, big monkey form went really well for me. I'm hopping straight back into monkey form.
All right, so that takes up your whole turn?
Yeah, that's my whole turn. I turn back and I look at all of these not quite dragons and go, "Now I'm not done with the bigger rocks," and I become the big monkey again.
If you have any more of that after this, you could also just polymorph them into like a rat.
I mean, yeah, but how will I use the big rock then?
A regular rock is big to a rat after that. I had to learn that recently.
So you are lifting up a big rock to throw at Hop when a gnome hits you in the back of the head with Andronicus's frying pan that was stolen, a decade ago. You lose your concentration, turn back into Hop, turn around, look at them, and then just, without saying anything, transform back into a big ape.
No, I do say something. I tell them I'm not done with the big rock, and I become the big ape.
Yeah, I forgot, yeah, and then you go right back to your rock business. Excuse me, I wasn't done fucking rocking.
Yeah, if you're not gonna let me do multi-punch, I'm not done with rock.
Okay, now we're back to Rex, because the Mind Crush did take their turn.
Dex save.
Oh my god. 16. Wow, we didn't need that.
22. Okay, they're stunned, so I actually have advantage to hit them, so I'm gonna attack. Ooh, that's a crit because I crit on 19s. Alright. I'm going to... I bite!
Okay.
That's not the right button. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Now I have to roll 3 more d12.
When you all told me you were going to fight 7 of them, I was like, wow, that's bold. I don't know if you're going to be able to win this fight. Now I'm like, fuck. I think maybe they could have taken them all. I didn't realize the Mind Crush would be so absolutely shattering.
Okay, give me a second. I need to open up a second calculator instance.
Oh, fuck.
59 damage.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Rex is done T-posing, and now that he's this one in front of him is stunned, he just latches onto its throat like a pit bull and just starts shaking.
All right, DiCaprio, you see Rex shaking a Cymbeline in his mouth. What do you do?
I love my siblings, and I give them the best advantage, knowing that I am almost certainly going to be torn down to the ground by these fucking red caps in a minute. I'm gonna cast Psychic Crush again. Use my last spell slot and 6 spell slot.
12.
All right, so that's a fail. It's going to be another 48 psychic damage, and they are stunned for another minute. Their collective little brains all are in a daze.
All right, you pass another damage threshold, so you're just popping heads left and right as you accept your fate, which is dozens of red caps jumping from mushrooms, climbing all over you, stabbing you repeatedly. Everyone is going to dexterity saving throw as the lair action kicks in.
3.
Oopsie.
4.
8.
You have advantage on that.
Yeah. 13.
Everyone fails. 12 damage. Could have been worse.
Okay, I'm not dead yet.
It's really close, though.
Oh, it's very close. I did not assume I would survive another attack.
Okay, everyone's coming down to the wire. Doc Hop, except for you, you have a full ape health bar.
And a regular health bar after that still.
It's like fighting Sephiroth in the first Kingdom Hearts. Like, how many health bars do you have?
There's always the option, Hop, of turning back into a person and then turning DiCaprio into an ape.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. If I'd thought about that like 2 seconds ago, I could have done it. But now I've used the second spell slot, so I'm at 8 now.
Nice argument.
I have no thoughts but Big Rock. I have Big Rock, and that is
counter argument. Big
that
Rock.
is more important than anything.
All right, it's your turn. Hop.
Oh, it's mine. Okay, big. Well, we all know where this is going. Big Rock. Big Rock 21. That's not enough for
That's
Big
not
Rock.
enough to do it. No, now you're just throwing big rocks for style points.
It's fine. I'm at least here to like tank some hits, take some attention. I got big health bars for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't definitively killed the big ass yet. No. Okay.
Nope. Rex Maximus, your turn.
Get down here. Let me hit you with the big rock. It's hard to do. It's a big rock, and you're quite high.
Austin, could you give me a dick save, please?
What voice is that?
I don't know.
Okay. 19?
That makes it. That'll be 9 damage.
Okay.
I bite.
This is a bold new direction.
24.
I like I don't know if you've become kind of like a facsimile of Niles from Frasier.
29 damage.
So there is a huge swarm of them. 7 was the number that you were trying to, steal from, but there are more in the background. It's a chaotic mess. So I will say you think you're about to win this fight, probably.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Cone of Cold then. Unfortunately, I'm out of pretty much any of my stuff that targets intelligence, so this is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 25.
25 will pass, but you will still take half of this. So you will take 20 cold damage as I'm going to launch my little Sub-Zero attack. Icicle Spear through your chest.
Yep, you're freezing a Cymbeline up. When the lair action kicks in at the end of the order, everyone dexterity saving throws. You're being attacked by the residents of the Feydark.
Ooh, 17. That's a high one.
That is going to pass, so you're going to take half.
7.
15.
Everyone else fails, so everyone else takes 15, and DiCaprio takes 7.
Sweet.
You're still up?
I'm still up.
All right. Doc Hop, rock time?
Yeah. Come on. Just one of these is gonna fucking hit. Nope, 21. Get back here! It was so much better when I had multi-attack and I could roll 4 times to try and touch them.
One of them does not, in fact, have to hit. And now it is Cymbeline's turn. They were mind-crushed for several rounds, so they have not been showing their best. Here they come. Doc Hop, 23, Rex, 32, DiCaprio, 31.
Horn parry.
Why do I even ever talk?
Austin,
24.
Hop had
Miss.
Hop had foresight purely to see every one of her hits miss in advance. Oh no.
All right.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Doc Hop, you take 22 damage, and DiCaprio, you take 14 damage.
I am down.
All right, can I tell you what the Cymbeline who knocks you out does it with?
Go for it.
It's the item you would have gotten if you had picked Desdemona's item to get back. It is a big mug from the elves, which says #1 mom.
Oh, God.
And they smash you across the face with it, knocking you out.
Fucking come on.
Rex Maximus, you see DiCaprio go down, the squishy wizard.
I'm going to eat you alive. Also, make a dex save.
What's a dex save? The Cymbalines haven't been doing a lot of talking in common this episode. 20.
Alright, still take half. 7.
Only 7 damage?
Yeah, ooh, that's a lot of ones in that. Yeah. Alright, you know what, I'm gonna, let me vary up my, things this round. I think I'm gonna bite. 18.
That misses. All right, DiCaprio, you are on the ground. Things are on fire. People are yelling. You're seeing the ground is littered with disembodied Cymbeline limbs as you fade in and out of consciousness. Can I get a death saving throw?
10.
That succeeds. So you.
Yeah. All right. I'm one step closer to living. Can't keep me down. Unless they do. I can't stop that. I think really if they wanted to, they could just bite me and coup de grace me if they really
Yeah,
wanted.
probably. At the end of this order, legendary action, someone picks up the hag spine staff, aims it at Rex Maximus, the biggest threat, and casts Blight. Constitution saving throw or take 8d8 necrotic damage.
Okie dokie. Hold on. Plus 11. 28.
Wow. Damn. You save, and you're going to take half of 34, which is 17. So you feel a very unpleasant necrotic tingling, but it could have been a lot worse.
I need a shower. Gross.
That was the legendary action. Lair action, they're going to try to hit you. You know what? Combo move. They're trying to take you down. They're going to try to beat you to death with your own anvil now. Oh, 16. That's going to miss, huh?
Yep. It's like, what is it, that scene in Megamind where they throw stuff at Metro Man's head and it just shatters. It just bounces off like it's nothing.
Yep. We're back to Doc Hop.
Okay, come on. Today's the day.
We just need a rock button on roll 20.
I have a rock button. It rolled 16 twice. That's not rock. Can I at least use the rest of my turn to go stand in front of Rex to tank some hits?
Yeah, you can. I'm at, what is it? Fucking 170 health still.
Oh, okay, then that's fine. I go stand next to you in the hopes that, teamwork will make the rock easier to throw.
I was going to say that Rex is in the air with wings and you're an ape, so it's going to be hard for you to sustain a defensive perimeter, but...
Okay, I stand in Rex's...
You can also stand by our unconscious dying sister.
Okay, I go stand by our unconscious dying sister. Cool, yeah.
All right, that was your turn, and now it's Cymbaline's turn, and they are going all in. This might be the last round, so let's see here. Blight on Doc Hop, Blight on Rex Maximus. Constitution saving throws, both of you.
Crit. 21, or 31, if it's below, I think, 7th level, or 7th level or below, it gets reflected.
Are you fucking kidding me? Hold on. Is this how this fight ends? 8d8? Okay, I'm gonna roll this. They have 28 hit points left, so 32. Describe to me how you win this fight by doing nothing but having a fat ass.
Okay. Okay, here's what happens. This Cymbeline tried to cast this spell on him already. And the last time he did it, he felt the tingle for it and then just started flying right towards it, slow and menacing. It tries to prepare the spell again to launch it at him, and he just grabs onto its arm and slowly moves it until its staff is pointed directly under its own chin, and it blows its own head off.
That's fucking badass. Holy shit. Yeah, you have won this fight. We're going to describe helping up DiCaprio and anything you want to do here, but I will say that Cymbalines can turn invisible at will, so any surviving ones, and there are surviving ones, flee the scene. They are now loot boxes in the world. Like I said, anytime you find and kill one, you get to pick an item, but they are going to still try to rob you. They were always going to try to rob you, even if you were friends. That's just what they do. But now I have 7 items to give you all, and you need to tell me who has what. So, first, Rex Maximus, presumably you claim Viola's hag spine staff.
Yep.
All right. We can discuss what these do after we decide which ones we're going to keep, because you're going to have to go talk to your dad shortly. But does anybody want to do anything with DiCaprio before I read the rest of the items?
Yeah, I think Rex takes a moment to a nice, like, relaxing inhale of blood and ash deep into his lungs. He's not really beat up that badly. This was still a pretty enjoyable time for him, but he recognizes DiCaprio's not doing so well. I guess Hop hasn't taken any damage because he was a monkey the entire time.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he'll fly down to DiCaprio and then just kind of like you know what? He takes one of his mushrooms and just slowly pushes it into her mouth, going, "This'll help. She needs to get some calories in her."
I want to just stare you dead in the eyes as you do this, as you try to push a mushroom into my mouth.
Come on, it always helps to eat once you're hurt. Your body needs calories to rebuild itself.
Hop is trying to help by just in big gorilla hands cradling, being like, "Are you okay?"
I believe you mean
I'm
ook.
fine. I want to get out of this hellscape.
Yeah, I think the monarch fairy dragons wave to you, giggling to each other. They're under the impression that you're giving them some authority, but there's also Chorus and the big mushroom dragon, who I think thinks you're giving them some sort of authority. Maybe we'll hash that out in the near future, but they're going to try to carry out your wishes here, as you have changed the balance of power in this fragment of the Feywild.
Yeah, I think Rex's view is that those two can decide who's in charge of what over there as long as they're above everybody else. And he probably does not particularly care how that hashes out besides maybe some favoritism over the Chorus because, you know, his direct actions here. So he'll be like, "All right, so what's the hall looking like? I feel like we could have killed more of them."
I know, I am shocked. I thought 7 was too much.
DiCaprio's like dusting herself off at this point, and she's going to be like, "Perhaps it was rather easy for you. I'm taking a lot of the direct brunt there of everything. You know, I don't have special fancy dragon forms like everybody else. I probably should. It seems like it's very easy to get murdered otherwise."
It is harder to get murdered when you are ape with big rock.
An ape who can see the
Have you
future.
considered becoming a big rock? Or a big ape? No, you don't know. Big diamond. Hop, throw her at people.
But I did really enjoy getting to feeble mind somebody. You don't really get to get that satisfaction. Usually everybody resists that. They don't want to be enfeebled. And it's rather quite a rush to do it.
Actually, that one feeble-minded Cymbeline, can we see it anywhere? Is it nearby?
I mean, I thought it crawled away, but if you have a fun pitch for it, we can say that you can talk to him.
He was just gonna kill it.
Okay, you can if you want to. You don't get any more items.
If it's not visibly in front of him, he's not gonna waste time looking for it. But if he sees it, he would kill it on sight.
I assume DiCaprio is getting her bag back. She's going to, you know, like find whatever body that was in and kind of dust it off until it looks, in her mind, spotless. And then she's going to sling it over her shoulder and just think about the drink she's going to pour when she gets home.
Yep, you can get the R.I.P. Prada bag. You get Rex's childhood anvil. That was the one you wanted, Rex.
Yep.
Viola's hag staff. You get the glue gun of Enobarbus. You get Andronicus's whisk, like a wire whisk for mixing things. And then there are 2 items we're going to have to talk about in a little bit more depth here, but is there anything else you want to say or do about that before I get to them?
I don't suppose they've upgraded my anvil, or it's still just a regular anvil at this point.
I mean, it was always just an anvil. It never had any particular abilities, but it's the same anvil it was.
Okay, well, I did it for flavor more than anything. That means I'm still 0 for 0 on getting new usable magical items from these events so far. At least on roll-based tactics. I got the, the epaulets for free and stuff. Alright, whatever. I'm fine with it. I got my anvil. Yeah, Rex will say, well, I think we're about done here.
Is anyone taking the glue gun, or am I? If not, because DiCaprio is just going to assume, well, we're playing this politically, so surely I'll take that.
My only assumption is I was going to take Dad's item and my mum's item.
Those are the 2 we still need to talk about, funnily enough.
Yeah. So, yeah. Other than that, whoever can take whatever.
Yeah. Rex can say, well, I do have some plans to see Enobarbus soon. I could drop it off with him.
I think DiCaprio's like, are you sure you're not necessarily the best at tactful situations? Gift giving can be a very delicate sort of process.
What's delicate? I walk up to him, I say, here, I got this off of a dead guy, and I hand it to him.
Well, you'd want to, try to endear yourself a little. That's what this whole thing is about, courting favor.
I killed someone that robbed him, is that not enough?
Why don't you just let me handle it, darling? I'll take care of everything. You don't need to worry about that. You can just walk up and show him how you punched the Cymbeline real hard.
Alright, whatever. He doesn't really care that much.
Sweet, I'm adding the glue gun to my inventory then.
All right, yeah, if you keep the glue gun, it is the spell web that you can cast at will. You don't need to be attuned to it because it is not like a piece of equipment. It's just kind of a spell you can use once per arc, or you can give it to Enobarbus and see what that gets you.
Yep.
Who's taking Andronicus's whisk?
I am. I'm taking that.
Okay. You don't know what that does yet.
Yeah, I'll take a look into it.
The fact you don't know what it does make it a little whiskey.
Dude, fuck me.
You. Die. Burn. Infernos.
Viola's staff is a +2 spell casting focus for anyone who wants that, although Rex has it currently and is not a spellcaster, so whatever you want to do about that. The question for me now.
I was about to say, well, now Rex is going to claim his title as Grand Wizard, and that's not something I should be saying. That's the wrong title.
Oops. Okay, Laura, do you want to know about your dad's item or your mom's item first?
Let's find out about Dad's. What's Dad got?
All right. Presumably turning back into the Steel Dragon. You have the black-footed...
Reluctantly, yes.
You love being an ape. You can have the black-footed ferret.
Big rock, Austin. Big rock.
I know. That's going to be in the episode description. It's like, this week, Doc Hop, Big Rock, Big Rock, Big Rock. You can have the black-footed ferret with you, which can sniff around to find a familiar item from your dad, and you come across some strange boxes that you don't fully understand. I think you've seen computers at Enobarbus' house before, so you can put 2 and 2 together. These are an ancient technology of an extinct pre-apocalyptic empire. The important thing you find here, though, is a large disk. I think I said a floppy disk in the Cymbeline recording, and then Skitch told me it's actually not a floppy disk. It is a write once, read disk thing. Ask Skitch.
It's a floppy disk.
It's a large floppy disk, and by playing around with the computer a little bit here, you find like all this set up in a cave. You can determine basically that what was stolen from your father was an archive of all of the hordes of the dragons of the pre-apocalypse. Before the world was destroyed as they knew it, there was essentially like a big census where all the dragons had like logged their most valuable items, and all that stuff is now buried in the rubble of the old world. What you want to do about that is up to you. The only thing I will say is, notably, your dad's stuff is encrypted on there. He's hiding whatever his old hoard was. It was not endangered animals.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, leverage over Dad, huh?
So that's the first thing. The little ferret tells you that some of this stuff smells familiar. I think I might have just said that it was your dad's floppy disk. That is not true. He did not have it. It's just on the disk. There is some kind of encrypted records of his hoard in the old world. So I think I'm
the data on this smells like Dad.
Wouldn't it be wild if it was like fucking the skulls of dragons he killed? He was driving his own species to extinction, and that's why he's pivoted to this.
I have to have a mute button for Dan. I will say in the previous downtime, actually 2 different downtimes, Rex, you went to the old world. You went with Humdrum, and you went with Viola. Both times you mentioned looking for your dad's hoard, or like seeing if it was around. And I didn't really respond to you directly. I will say now, if you want to do that, you can do that directly.
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
Does Hop, do you share that with your siblings? Is there a conversation, or do you just put the big disc in your bag?
Oh. Yeah, I share this information. I feel like this is going in my bag. I have ownership of this right now, but I'm not going to hide from the siblings that, like, hey, Dad, I found Dad's secret. I found Dad's secrets in secret form.
I'm gonna need you to be more clear about what you mean by that.
I don't know how to get to it, but I have... Somewhere in here is Dad's old hoard.
I mean, it's gonna say what, like 1 antelope, and it's gonna be a skeleton?
No, we're talking like pre-animals hoard.
There was a pre-animals?
I guess.
An old world. This is before Dad came up and before the Cookie Mountains even came to exist.
There's no signs that, like, he's got old world animals in his hoard. Like, this seems like a hoard he started after the world fell.
How common is it for a dragon to change what they hoard?
Very, very rare. Almost unheard of. It seems like basically once you get a hyperfixation, that's your thing. It would take something pretty drastic, like a full Phineas Gage sort of personality shift, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it happens, but...
Yeah, Rex is fully baffled by this assertion that... Because it sounds like everything else in that file wasn't necessarily encrypted, but Orlando's, right? Is that the case?
Yeah, I think like the highest level dragons are encrypted, but like you can scan the names, you're like, oh, all these fools are dead. Like, so yeah, it's like a lot of locations, and the horde like manifests for like lower level dragons. The highest guys are like classified, but yeah.
And he was like one of the highest back then, or is that like another oddity? Because if I'm assuming back then when there was still dragons around, he might not have been the oldest.
Correct. He was not the oldest back then. He was like, you know, in the mix, but it was like this was thousands of, you know, 1,000 years ago this was done. So yeah.
Yeah. But a big enough deal to be encrypted. Okay. Uh-huh. And what do I have from my mother?
Okay. Before I move on, Quinn, did you have anything? I heard you made it. I just want to know if you wanted to get a hand of the ball there before we move on.
Yeah, I think DiCaprio's going to kind of like think out loud a little bit and be like, you know, I've been wondering about the Cookie Mountains quite a lot. And Dad being the last of his kind, it kind of makes the Cookie Mountains a little bit of an extension of Dad's extended or almost extinct animal horde.
Rex nods, having said that, I think in the 3rd episode.
Yeah. So, I'm starting to wonder if perhaps Dad has a more complicated relationship to the dragon apocalypse of the past or not. Perhaps he was rather intimately tied to it.
I mean, I think people coming in and trying to wipe out your species makes you intimately tied to it when you are that animal.
His previous horde was extinction level events for dragons.
That would be very poor on his part. He really screwed the pooch if that's the case.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have been collecting those, Dad. I
rarely say this is a I rarely say this is a dragon, but one of those would be enough. One of those would be more than enough.
DiCaprio is going to not think about the fact that she almost considered using the nuke again this arc, and it's like, well, some people can be trusted with it.
Rex will just say as he lounges on the broken bodies and ashes. I mean, we could always just go there now and find out ourselves. I have a feeling he wouldn't tell us if we asked, if he hasn't said anything in all these years.
It's quite a venture to bring forth. Where are you trying to go? Do you have any contacts down in the old world? Is there anyone who will help you find out that history?
Rex kind of shrugs and just says, I go down to the old world all the time. It's not that bad. Sure, you get a big irradiated monster or whatever and it tries to eat you, but then you incinerate it and then you're fine.
I mean, I guess if you want to chase ghosts down there, but this does seem like more of a Cookie Mountains problem to solve.
Is this a problem?
I mean,
It feels like if there's something to be found out, and someone other than us is the one to do it, that could cause problems for Dad kind of situation. Like, maybe we should know if there's something that we need to know deal.
And you know if there are dozens of untouched, or at least partially plundered dragon hordes, and we're the only ones that know how to get to them, there you go.
were there maps to the hordes in the files? Like, it said locations. Is that enough for us to actually go off of?
There's enough information in the floppy disk that if your downtime is, I want to go with X character to the old world and investigate, then you can do that. It is a subplot you can engage in.
Okay.
Also, worth mentioning that the Cymbelines have had this disc for a bit, and you don't know what they have plundered from the old world. I do. It's not good for you.
Is it the horde of things that could cataclysmic event the dragons? Is that what it is?
We're going to find out. Next up, Sycorax's item. You saw this during the fight. It is a glowing blue ribbon, the kind of thing you've seen her pull out of a number of people's heads via encode thoughts. This is a rope of pure nostalgia.
I remember this coming up in the fight, and I remember it fondly, this memory of earlier in the session.
Damn, I should have saw that coming.
Actually, that does give me an idea, Austin. Rex is actively going to find that feeble-minded Cymbeline because it's a survivor from this fight.
Okay.
And he's gonna drag them over and say, "Don't worry about this. I need to ask your mother for a favor, Hop."
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pull the image of me ripping her family apart out of her head, and then see if I can get Dad to duplicate it so we can disseminate it throughout the mountains.
Did Dan cut out for anyone else? Because I feel like I missed something.
Yeah, sorry. What are you doing?
Rex wants to take that feeble-minded Cymbeline, that experienced, that horrific fight of us ripping them to pieces,
okay.
and get that memory pulled out of her head, and that he wants to see if he can get that duplicated and disseminated throughout anyone that might fuck with them.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay,
So I think,
well, hold on. I don't know if that's the united front we want to be putting forward. I'm fine if that's like, something we leave for the Cymbalines to be reminded of, but I don't know if I want to be like antagonizing everybody with like, hey, if you step to us, we'll stupefy you.
If we want to have some ribbons of that to throw at Cymbalines when they come hassling us.
Look, if you deploy a dragon-killing weapon, you get killed by a dragon. I think it's only fair that people understand that with the utmost clarity.
Maybe just like we put some of these in my bag of holding, and we like if someone's fucking with them, fucking with us, we use them as an intimidation. We like throw a handful of this'll happen to you in their face.
Are we like common thugs now? Do we really feel like we need to show off our might this way to throw strands of pure pain at people?
We killed a lot of people today.
We did, and we did it as dragons with giant spells and big fucking rocks. So we should take a little bit of pride in that and not need to flashbang people with stupefaction in case they ever step to us too much.
I'm confused. This seems like diplomacy to me. I don't understand the difference here.
I really think you should you should look at some of my notes, Rex. I think you'll find them enlightening.
I am not killing someone and making it clear on why they shouldn't mess with us. That feels like diplomacy to me.
Anyway, what does my rope of nostalgia do?
So right now, it's not clear that it has any offensive use. I think you could give it back to Sycorax if you want, or you could do more investigations on it. For the moment, though, if you're going to pick up the feeble-minded Cymbeline and bring it to Sycorax, I want to end the episode on the way there, because the three of you can get out of the Feywild, turn into dragons, fly over to Sycorax's lair. On the way there, I don't know if you all want to talk about this too much in character, but you do have one item that is in violation of the Gladys Accords.
The pearl?
Yeah.
That's it. Absolutely.
I guess I've mentioned to everybody that I have the pearl. I think there would be a notion of DiCaprio just being like, I don't think this whisk is an artifact. And this glue gun is annoying, but not an artifact. I did find a pearl from my mother, though, that seems to be from one of those perfect form world things.
Your mum was just like hoarding all of the illegal stuff, huh?
I mean, they are some of the most truly perfect things that can exist, I suppose, if all the stories are true of everything that happened with the world previously.
And what does it do exactly?
I'm not 100% certain, and I want to try to, I guess, take another look. Perhaps I could use my legend lore ability with my dead mom's purse to crit on some knowledge about this legendary artifact.
Yeah, this is the first time you've used the RIP Prada bag. Can you read legend lore to the audience?
Yeah, let me open that one up real quick. Oop, I called it Legend Lore Fey. That's not a thing. I name or describe a person, place, or object, and the spell brings to mind a brief summary of significant lore about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. And if the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information.
Yeah, so I'll say this pearl appears to be a fragment of a true form in the Platonic sense. So the way this world works cosmologically is there's the material world you all exist in, which is a pale imitation of the world of forms, which is perfect. Occasionally, these two worlds intersect. This is usually a cataclysmic situation that it's a whole season arc of calamity ensues, but occasionally things are left behind that are imbued with some kind of power. You don't know off the top of your head what the form of this pearl is. I guess using your RIP Prada bag, you can intuit so it has something to do with So you understand the mechanism by which pearls are created, right? A piece of grit gets in a bivalve. They excrete a kind of organic pearlescent material over them. You imagine something about that kind of process.
Some kind of cool carcinization thing. That's not the verb I want to use, but it's an underwater term.
Is this a perfect, I don't want to say tumor, but like scab, I guess?
Something about healing, yeah. Close. I don't want to just like...
Perfect kidney stone.
Okay, here's what Rex will pitch this, and this is, I guess, maybe mildly better in that we desperately need healing items at this point in our career. That is our main incredible weakness, and say, I intensely dislike the Gladys Accords. I hate your mother, though. We already threw out most of her form items that we could find. Would she be more mad if one of the only ones left everyone has? And also, none of us know how the duplication process works because Dad won't tell us. Maybe we could find out if we give him this to make copies of.
DiCaprio is sitting on it, and she's like, I'm not against it, even though we don't exactly know what it does yet. However, I was considering the idea of holding this as a sort of ace in the hole card against Desdemona. But it would just also annoy her if everyone had something perfect.
I mean, we don't have to immediately report that we found it. There could be a bit of time in the middle where you have it before we do anything about it.
Yes, but when we speak to Father, he's going to ask. I mean, we're going to have to lie if we want to hold on to it for too much longer.
Well, no, I'll just say, hey, look, I found your ferret. Mission successful.
I don't like lying to Dad.
It's not lying, it's admitting some of the truth. We found your ferret, that is true, that's not a lie.
I would say, let's make your mom mad and duplicate it. Ugh. And he throws up in his mouth a little bit.
Can I attempt to, like, I don't know if there's a role I need to do. Like, how do I use this pearl? How can I just try to see what it does? Like, am I able to, like, interact with it in any way to see what happens?
You will have to experiment with it. This is there's a spell called Identify that is meant to do this for something particularly complex. Instead, you're going to have to spend some time, talk to an NPC. It's like something that over the next couple of years, like you will use your downtime to investigate if you keep it. But I like this conversation. You don't know how well you've set me up. Everyone, after you've heard the next scene, audience, go back and listen to this conversation because it'll be extremely funny. The three of you are flying to Sycorax's to talk about this feeble-minded Cymbeline. You land near her temple. You see Ulysses and Lady Falconbridge are playing fetch with probably, somebody's most prized possession because they're rude to these humans who live here. And as you enter the temple of Sycorax's, you see she is quite upset. There's clearly been something going on here. Things have been thrown all around as if she was frantically searching. She's bleary-eyed, obviously quite ill. Depending on the acuteness of the radiation sickness, symptoms can begin within a couple of hours, and that was a long fight. She seems pretty upset.
Hey.
Top, is your mom okay?
Can I get Ulysses real quick?
Yeah, Ulysses and Falconbridge are outside. If you want to stay outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna like walk over to the. Yeah, I'm gonna be outside.
Are you holding up, Mom?
Oh, tooth fell out, so pretty good. We do have a bigger problem though than melting inside.
How bad of a problem?
So I'm not supposed to tell you, but
this is how all of the best conversations start.
Oh, it's gonna get so much better. You know how you all were in a prank war with the Cymbalines?
I guess.
It's more of a war. but yeah.
So you did a big prank on them, which is stealing all their stuff and killing them. And they did a big prank on us that you weren't there for.
Uh-huh. And that is...
I wanna come back into the room when I hear that all this prank war stuff's going on. Like I've picked up that something really bad is about to get announced.
DiCaprio, Ulysses, Falconbridge, somehow stacked up on the door like Hanna-Barbera characters. Sycorax says, "So I'm not supposed to tell you, but your dad did entrust me with something. I was hiding it here in my temple. It's a big loom. It was Gladys's duplication machine.
And it's still here, and there's no concerns about its location. Correct?"
Well, I was out huffing Cymbeline gas. I don't know what I told them, but when he came back here, it is completely gone."
Oh, God.
All right, so we rest up tonight and go back and kill the rest, right? That's what we're doing now.
Yeah. So you have not duplicated any items all season, which is fine. You can make any choices you want. And so I realized an interesting thing I could do with the fact that magic items could be duplicated. If you're not going to use it, your enemies sure can.
Dad, you've done such a bad job this season. Fuck.
Your ex-wives suck. Current wife, great, love her, wonderful.